Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP, and today is a sunny, partly cloudy, mainly sunny day here in southeastern Manitoba. It is currently minus 10 Celsius with a minus 14 wind chill factor, which is 14 Fahrenheit with a 7-degree wind chill factor. Roads are melting, snow is melting. You can definitely see a fair bit of green grass in our yard. It's getting better. That's all I can say. So I have been cleaning up and reorganizing, and I have moved my desk and table and things around. I'm hoping it's going to give me more space. I can't guarantee it, but we're going to see what happens. I can see that I have moved this table because more of me is showing than previously. You can see the edge of my table now instead of the center of it. Hey, and I know I've been organizing and rearranging, and it is huge. And I still have lots of stuff on it. So you wouldn't believe the things I found buried because I have like an L shape, guys. And the one L shape seriously was packed so big with stuff. It's absolutely, you have no clue. Well, maybe you do. So, in amongst that stuff when I was cleaning, I don't know if you remembered that I cut out a heart. Yes, Kellyanne, I'm sorry. A heart journal after seeing Janet Nash's, and was starting to work on it, but because I was using liquid glue, of course, I put it aside to dry. I haven't been able to find it until this morning. So I have this one I was going to use for when I got Happy Mail and stuff in my swaps, things from Fibs, because I thought that would be a nice thing to do. And then I found a couple of more. This sketch pad, and I was doing really good for a while, and I was gluing down by color and line paper, and that one had gone missing shortly after I started it. So I have now found that again. I found my art journal that it's been missing for so very long. So I found my art journal. And in amongst that, well, this one I knew where it was, but it was sitting on top of one of the piles. This is just a fun play journal that I do. Yeah, hidden treasures. So I started a new one last week because I couldn't find these. I don't have words for how bad that was. So this is like a home hardware catalog flyer thing. So I was using it for using leftover paint. So I stuck in those ones I did for the mark making. And just a heads up, this is tempera paint. So if you get it wet, it's going to smear. Don't ask how I know. So I've glued those in. But as I was cleaning up my desk, of course, you always have to take a break because you always find hidden treasures. I started gluing in all the little bits I was finding on my desk. Seriously. And this is the washi tape I did out of masking tape ages ago. It was just kicking around, doing nothing. So I figured that since I still have this bin of bits that I pulled off my desk, I would just sit and chat with you guys in glue today. I also found because I've been doing this for a couple of days. I'd made some hot glue stuff. You use your hot glue and you make things out of it. So I found this one on the camera, Kim. This one, I've tried them on the jelly plate. They don't work great on the jelly plate, but what they do work great for is spritzing ink around. So I've got words that I did. So that was my day 30, I believe, of the creative challenge. I used these and spritzed words with my inks. A lot of fun. Again, hot glue. I did it onto silicone. And then when I sprayed around it, not sure if you saw how they turned out. I can show you because I've got them right here. Peace, dream, love, hope, and joy. There's joy. So I think they turned out really good. Of course, I went around them just with a black pen after, just to make them stand out a little bit more. So I found these in the last couple of days. Seriously, I have so much stuff, I don't even know what I've got anymore. I also found a stack of things that have paint and glue and stuff on them because I use them. I put them aside to dry and lose them promptly. I found 5 packs needles. So I've combined all the hand sewing needles, like the thinner ones for beading and stuff, into a Tic Tac box. This one is bigger because I like using it for yarns and crochet cottons. I found 5 spools of thread as well. You know, you can tell Mopsy's had a lot of fun. She's covered in all kinds of little bits from dusting off my desk. I'm putting these away right now. Right now. Back they go. Off the desk and where they go. So this is a piece of fun foam. I figured I would try and use it. What are you? You're a little round thing, but you're not a bead. As my mouse pad because my mouse wasn't rolling very nice. So anyway, what have you guys been up to? I have been cleaning and finding stuff. Oh, and of course, yesterday, before I started rearranging the furniture, I was working on my day 30. Was it day 30? I'm not even sure what day. And of course, I was using up little bits that I found on the desk. And these are 2x4-inch Avery mailing labels. Me too, Anne. I'm trying. I'm really, really trying. I have to find out a way that works. And of course, my grandsons phoned Friday. They want to sleep over tonight and tomorrow night. So I have to clean this up so that they actually have someplace to sleep. So I was working on these 2x4 mailing labels, but they're just going to be stickers by the time I'm done. So, yeah. Right. Me too. I mean, normally, if I've got stuff, I glue them into the journals, right? But because I want to use this one, I thought I would use it. Oh, thanks. Those are collaged. They're just how I do my collage work. Little bits of, and of course I greened them and stamped on them with the wooden stamps for background. Not sure that I like doing it on green background. The leaves blend in, but it will be what it will be. Nice, Kellyanne. You got your big Temu haul? I don't know how to pronounce it. I would say Temu. We're going to have to check it out. And this journal, I figured I would use because I like to do the prompt alongs when I get a chance. So I've got two of these this size. They had two flyers out when we were there this week. So I grabbed both of them and I didn't have the heart to tell them, no, I'm not buying anything. I just want to color on them. So I'm going to pull that bin over and just start gluing and putting this stuff in, ripping it and gluing it. And oh, I know about that forgetfulness stuff. I certainly can. I even pulled out, I had stacks of glue papers. So, going to use them. Yeah, I had to go shopping because the boys didn't give me overly much notice that they wanted to spend 2 nights here. So I had to go and pick up snacks and grocery kinds of things because they're teenagers and they've got hollow legs. So, oh no, that's crazy. Oh, to your daughter. Oh my. Yeah, that could explain it. I could see something like that happening in my house too. Sure did a lot of the mark making, didn't leave much room for playing around it. How's the Afghan coming, Kellyanne? Is that what you were crocheting and working on? And does your daughter normally have stuff sent to your place, Anne? Oh, okay. Yarn keeps splitting. Is it the size of crochet hook you're using? And if the yarn is splitting, is it because it is a thrifty type yarn? I find some of the cheaper yarns split more often than others. $5.90. That's expensive yet for it to be splitting. I sure wouldn't be happy about that. For sure. Well, I must have pulled this out. The Woobles yarn? No. Haven't heard of it. I haven't really been buying yarn except for that caterpillar I haven't started yet. Oh, so annoying. So annoying. I'm going to cut this into the numbers because I can. The last time my grandkids were over, they had a great time. They took a whole bunch of my calendar numbers that I had cut and they wrote things on give the duck a bath and other kinds of very odd things. Whimsy. Yeah, it would make me nuts too. I've got little stamps now. My neighbor and all this wonderful stuff that she sent me, or she I got in the bins. Wonderful little number stamps. And then I got a book. It's over there. I'm not going to bring it over here because we're not doing that right now, Kim. But it's got all these real little number numbers. I've got a piece of it here. So it's a German thesaurus or something, and it's got all these reference numbers behind it. They're small, but I've been using those as well. I like numbers for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, he did a nice job of them. Dominoes, oh, nice. You didn't try doing the Easter eggs, Kellyanne? It's just a blank square. I don't know what I want to do with you. Monday. So I don't even know if any of these little bits that I'm going down are going to show once I start using this in a prompt game. Hey, Jan. Welcome, welcome. The boys have decided that they're sleeping here tonight and tomorrow, Jan. So I'm not going to be able to play later today. If you had the time, I have to back out on that. And I'm going to get them to teach me how to record videos. I'm sure they'll be able to do that. Okay, be comfy. Be comfy, be comfy. I cleaned off my desk, Jan, and so I'm using up things that I found on my desk. I have a whole bin, and I started this journal. It's a home hardware flyer that I got when we were at the where were we at? Their store. The grandsons are 14 and 12. But it's kind of fun. I get these calls out of the blue, and it's like, can we sleep over Sunday? And I said, sure you can. And he goes, and Monday? So, yep, you can sleep over Sunday and Monday. It is nice that they want to come and stay. I feel really lucky that I've got that kind of a relationship with them. Not that they do much other than play video games when they're here, but I can drag them away from that to have a game of cards or backgammon or something with me or bake with me. They're still not bad with that kind of thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, Ron spends a lot of time in the shop when they're here. If the pinball machine is accessible, of course, they spend time out there playing pinball. Or if he's got a big project with lots of little things happening, he'll get them to do some work on that. Like when he had that order for all those thread holders, the spool holders for the um, lady who's opening up the quilting store, he got the boys to help and then paid them for helping. So that's nice. And evidently, the younger one loves to bake. He made cinnamon buns at his place last week or the week before, and I only got to see pictures. Yeah, they're really, you know, they really don't like to create, but I can sucker them in sometimes to do some gel printing, or I had them just doing painty papers by rolling marbles in paint and then shaking them in a box on papers to give me some backgrounds. So if it's something interesting like that, I can get them involved. And this has a date on it. All right. April 12th, 21. So that's how long it's been since I cleaned off my desk. Maybe. Probably. Where are we going to stick you? Let's just stick you there. Yeah, we like to include the kids. They've had a workbench out in the shop since they were knee high to grasshoppers. Our eldest grandson used it an awful lot. He did um, quite a bit of woodworking out there, actually, because we give them a bin of scrap wood and nails and hammers, and we just let them do so that they learn how to handle things. And the nice thing about doing it that way is they develop their own way of holding the tool so that they don't get hurt because, you know, sometimes you can whack yourself with the hammer and so they've learned to respect the tools. They use the lathe, they use the bandsaw, not the bandsaw, the scroll saw. I like being able to give them chance to do things like that. I really do. See, there's another mark making page that was sitting on the desk buried. So is your daughter over her cold, Jan? Or is she still feeling the effects? As I was saying, I ended up taking Meg some soup and some curry the other day because she was under the weather. I don't know what this is, but look at how nice and shiny it is. I think what I did was I used the Mod Podge dimensions on that because I was trying to see. Because I want to see if it would work good for making paper jewelry, paper earrings. Yeah, exactly, Anne. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Meg had the throat thing too. She was on antibiotics and an ear infection. Not fun. This is just a piece of white paper that I glued. Well, we're just going to rip it up and at it because whatever. I'm using this stuff up today. Me too. And she's got a young child, and we all know that when you're in pain and you've got a young child, it's really hard to cope. My daughter's definitely feeling better. We're going out on Wednesday to a play. Not doing this on screen, am I? I have to move this desk back because I feel like too much of me is in the way now. Oh, that blank square, turn it over and there's green. We'll use the green. It was really kind of funny. I posted that memory picture of Ron and I, and my daughter commented and shared it on her page. And the funny thing is that one of her friends from being a teenager commented on it, and I ended up talking on through her page with him for a little while yesterday. It was nice to catch up. These kids that kind of grow up in your house, but you aren't your kids. I have a lot of courtesy children, and he is one of them. So it's really nice to chat with him. In fact, I had a nightmare when he was a teenager. He just didn't be quiet. Didn't know how to be quiet. I hope you get your granddaughter interested in power tools too. So he just didn't know how to be quiet ever. He was, and my nightmare was that my younger daughter, who also was an absolute chatterbox way back, they got married, and the minister couldn't get a word in edgewise as they were trying to marry them because they just wouldn't shut up. So I have this piece here that I did when we were doing the toilet paper molding. Haven't used it yet. And of course, it's not painted, but I am going to stick it down and I can always paint it later. Now, I don't know the best way to stick it down. I'm going to put it on the cover. Oh, thanks, Jan. I don't remember 7 years ago, it said, but I don't know who took it. Obviously, we're in the shop, but I don't know. So I'm sticking glue stick down, and we're going to see how well this sticks to glue stick. I don't think it's going to like glue stick. You know, you see pictures like that of yourself, and we were laughing. We were laughing hard, obviously. I wish I could remember what we were laughing about because I think that would be a big part of the memory. Okay, let's see how well that sticks. We will see, we will see. Obviously, I've got lots of green because I use it for my leaves and things. But it's going in the book now because must use up stuff. Jan, what are you working on creatively right now that you finished that journal? Have you started another one? I consider these pages done. I think I'm going to go between them and do some doodling. As much as I say I want to use this one for the art prompts when I go on other people's prompt streams, I don't know because now that I'm putting all these little bits in and I want to doodle on this and doodle on that, I don't know if it's going to make it. Oh, this one's coming apart because it's layers of paper. Might have to go and fix that later. We'll see. So I'm just doing mindless gluing. You know, you see a spot, you stick stuff down. See? Layers of paper came apart. I must have been using that as a pocket or something in the journal. Nice, Jen. Oh, I still got a piece of this. Put that on here. Nice. I do know how it is. I have been rearranging my crafting space. I found my desk. It was underneath all these journals and stacks of stuff. You know how I operate. I think this is just going to go down exactly as it is. So are you using the table in your dining area or are you going to use it as a craft table? Oh, so do you have baby gates? That's going to make a whole difference. I've got this little piece of weird ribbony something or other. I'm not sure what it was. It's got a folded over, glued down bit. Nice. Is it bigger than the one you had now that your family's growing? I'm actually wondering if this was a heat transfer iron on glue. Either way, I'm putting shiny side up, gluing this down because it can get used. No baby gates at Grandma's house. Oh no. Are you Grandma, Nana? You're not Oma. What's baby calling you? I'm throwing this little piece in the garbage. What do your grandkids call you, Anne? I like to know what people's grandkids call them. There's something very sweet about the names that we get. Awesome. Awesome, Jan. Yeah, I guess she's going to want her place at the table when you do brunches and things. And I know that with our stools and stuff, the boys fell off a couple of times, but it only took twice. Once for the older one, twice for the little one, and the eldest grandson didn't have any issue because he was old enough to sit still in them. Do I break it up? Do I put it all the way down? I think I could put it along that edge. Use the whole thing. Oh, so are you going to do it like you did your old table? That was a gorgeous table. I still have my spider table. It's buried in the sewing room right now. But Ron was saying, you've got that lovely big table I made you. Why is it over there and you're using a fold up plastic one? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to put this whole thing down too. Nice. So you're not going to be called Nana, I guess, if you're going to be called Grandma. I didn't want to be called Nana the way my mom was. I'm a snotty child like that. I have a little origami envelope. Look, it's going to go in here too. Random things found on the desk. Put it right here, right there. Well, it's sticking okay. I think I should have used the liquid glue. It's going to be a interesting bit of a border there. Oh, lots of yellow stickers. Yellow polka dots. I like polka dots. We'll just stick them all over the place. Yeah, it's the other ideas that I find interesting. I have to admit, I told the kids that I wanted to be called Grammy, so that worked. And they just started calling Ron Grumpy, and that really stuck. So Grumpy it is to this day. So yes, definite warning about if you use tempera paints, as I did when I was playing with these. If you get it wet, it does smear. Nice. One of our friends, their grandkids call him Papa. That's neat. Very neat. Ron is currently making some stools for the girls out of walnut with maple trim around the side of the top of the seats. So he's just out verithaning those or coating them with whatever he's coating them out. Yeah, it's also granny in Ukrainian because my dad's family was Ukrainian and we called her Baba. That's awesome about the reading. Yeah, I didn't have a clue that my eldest daughter could read until one day she sat down and read me The Cat in the Hat. And she read me the whole book. And it's not like she could have memorized it because it's not one that we read every single day. I always made sure my kids had lots and lots of books. But it's nice when they read that young. It does run into a little bit of problems in school. I know that my daughter ran into problems in school because by grade 4 she was reading adult books. And her teacher didn't think it was appropriate. I'm going to stick one in this hole because I can. Don't like blue sticks. These yellow dots were from my parents' house. When we emptied out their house in 1998, there were boxes of these Avery yellow sticker dots. And they don't stick worth a darn, but I've still got like a full box of them. So I think I'm going to have to pull them out and put dots in many, many, many of these books. This sticker paper, I am just going to throw it out. Nice. That's awesome, Anne. Very, very awesome. Yeah, it's amazing how they don't want kids taking out adult books. I have cheesecloth that was on my desk and I'm covered in glue, so it's all breaking down and sticking to me. Oi, 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 oi. So I'm just going to put a big blob of cheesecloth over here. And over here. I'm sure it was a problem in school. Yeah, Jan, cleaning up and going through my stuff, I am amazed at how much stuff I still have that was my parents that I just haven't used. And I don't know why I'm holding on to this stuff. It's not like it's gold. My scapula loves your scapula. That's awesome. The oldest of the grandsons that are coming today, he was, when he was first reading, he used to love to read his mom's high school chemistry books. I don't know that he's still into that. I bet you it would be tough, Jan. I really do. Look, the dreaded paint chips. I could throw them back in the chain bip. Goodness. Talk good much me again. Back in the paint chip bin. But you know what? I have enough. Let's just put them in, right? Let's just add everything. Make them go away. White square. Why am I saving this stuff? Really. When I'm done with it, I should just toss it. She was for. That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. What's your diagnosis? I like it. Definitely would be hard. Yes, how old is the granddaughter now? And is she heading to be a doctor? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, she's an old soul for sure, isn't she? Oh, that is absolutely priceless. Absolutely priceless. Well, at least she waited till she was home to say it and didn't say it in the checkout line. Because I could only imagine. Only imagine. Excellent. 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 My little post-its with my weather on. Very cool. Is she one of those ones working on all that artificial intelligence stuff? We've been playing with that and having a lot of, well, I've been having a lot of fun because I love doing those story lines where you write a line and then other people fill it in. So I'll give it a line of a story and let it tell me what's happening. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know it very well. I'm really hoping that this grandson will be able to, or one of them will be able to help me with the recorded videos. Now, why would I keep a piece like this? Why would that not get swept into the bin? Because it knew it had a home here, right here. Yeah, I don't know. I've got stuff, Jan. You know I've got stuff. And seriously, if I just took that bin and dumped it out, I bet you I wouldn't miss it. Not in the least. But I'm determined that because I found my other books, when I'm done a live or whatever, or even during the live, if I get little bits, I'm going to be putting them in the book so that I don't run into this mucky mess all over my desk. This I was using as a stencil. I cut holes in it for flowers, obviously. Then I used it as a stencil, and then I used it with the texture paste. It's going in the book. If I, we won't stick. That's awesome, man. Very cool. I think I got it all. Where do you want to play peekaboo? Let's put you here, 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 here. I know, Jan. Since Ron ripped those walls out down here, I have been working out of bags. I think that's why it's been making me crazy, and I've just been piling stuff up so much, is because I haven't had any place to put it. Now I've got those plastic drawer things. I have places to put stuff. I've been, it's nice organizing. I'm Now I just hope that the organizing works. I have to admit, though, that the way I cleaned it all off was I took everything and I put it in bags and crates and I put it in the sewing room. So the idea is once I get this area done, I will bring out a bag at a time and there, a bag at a time, and empty it. And so if I touch a piece, I have to do something with it, because I found you take a pile and you put it into different piles. So then you're touching it 2 or 3 times. It's got to go away now. I have to make sure I put stuff away, not just move it over and. Oh, that was supposed to go in the flower journal. That's okay. It can go across here because that's pretty. Back to the glue stick. Yeah, honestly, looking at this place down here, Caleb sleeps down here when he's here, and it's like a hoarder's paradise. You have to walk through the maze to get to where he sleeps. So I really have to get that dealt with big time. That's maybe I'll get them to help me move furniture. I moved a lot of stuff myself this morning, but I think that Jan, I lost my art journal. I lost my scrap book journal that I had started way back. And I lost this heart journal that I just made and I was looking for. And I'd left it open so that a page could dry because I was using liquid glue. And I couldn't find it until this morning, like, or yesterday morning, or whatever. I'm just, this one I knew was there because I flip through it often and I add often. This is my peace, love, understanding, and sarcasm journal. This is my own. And I write down snarky comments and things and just add, you know, how I'm feeling, things that bring me joy, or, you know, just, this is just my fun journal. This was once upon a time a National Geographic magazine. I didn't cut it in any way, shape, or form. I just took the pages and folded them all in. And then I covered them with painted papers. And now I'm decorating and adding. Yeah, but it just goes to show how much stuff I've got. And because I can't find something, I will replace it. I had this whole stack of lids, like that I use for paint and glue. They were all over there. I use it, I put it aside to dry, and then I can't find it. So I start a new one. So, yep, it's definitely time to do something about this. Ron came down here and he hadn't even noticed that I rearranged the tables and stuff. And then he took a look and he goes, "Wow, you've been busy." Yes, I have. Thanks, Jan. I'm just want to chat and glue and visit today. I am going to be streaming on Sundays, but because I'm in an uproar, I figured, well, okay, I'll stream, but it'll just be a craft and chat kind of thing today instead of. I have an alien that I was working on. I don't know why. He just took my fancy. Do you guys do that too? You just start putting pieces of stuff together and all of a sudden you've got something or somebody or. So I have definitely been trying to organize even my little bits of papers. Because, I'll cut out a stack of fish and I'll leave them in a cup on the desk and they'll fall over and some get thrown out, some get used. I've actually been putting them in containers and putting them away. Same thing with numbers. The chickens have a container now. Trying to be organized. Really goes, and I don't know how long this will last, but I hope it lasts long enough that my kids don't hate me too much when I'm gone. Jan, I'll just take 2 or 3 items and I'll take them upstairs and I'll just do something with them, a little bit of glue, scissors, and pens, markers, whatever, and I just doodle on them and play with them. And then you get to see, oh, how about if I do this? And it just blossoms from there. Look, there's where his body and head came from. We'll put that someplace else. How about like that? That looks good. I am not rhyme or reasoning this. If there's space and I like it there, that's where it's going. The oldest grandson that's coming has a job interview before he comes here today. So I'm hoping he gets the job. It'll be good for him over the summer. I'm thinking that I may probably end up being the one who goes and gets him from work occasionally because, oh, that's already got stuff on it. Where? Do it here. Because with his dad working until it's dark in the summertime, and his mom quite often works overtime, that I'll be the one picking him up from work, and his brother will probably stay here and keep me company over the summer. Put it there. At Brian's Drive-In, he would be doing the takeout window, which I think is awesome because he's a little bit on the shy side. And this way I'll get him talking to people. And it's working for his aunt. So with luck, he will get the job. So yeah, he would be doing cash and taking orders. All things he's perfectly capable of. And I'm looking forward that, if that's the case, it's kind of nice having them one-on-one. So I'll have the little one here while he's at work, and I think that'll be a good thing. They are important. The really nice thing about that is working for his aunt, like TJ's sister, his dad's sister. They've hired pretty much all the kids, the next generation over the summer. Like that's where Em had a job. Her kids, her nieces, like their other sisters' kids. I think it's really good that they can do that for the kids, and it teaches them, right? It teaches them responsibility. It teaches them all kinds of stuff. And this way too, earning your own money, especially his age, you're out with friends and your friends always have money, or his friends seem to always have money, that he'll be able to buy the French fries next time, because he'll have had a paycheck. He doesn't like it that his friends keep saying, well, I'll buy it for you. And so I think that's a very good thing. And of course, then he gets free ice cream. I'm kind of laughing because out of all the kids, he's the one that eats the healthiest. That if there's veggies or potato chips on the table, he's the one that goes for the veggies. Very, very health conscious. So I don't know how much free ice cream he's going to actually eat. It is a safe environment with family. I mean, if something isn't going right, they definitely let them know that it's not appropriate or you need to do it this way. So it's not like they get a total free ride. They're still being taught the fundamentals of customer service, etc. Well, I have been blathering for an hour and 10 minutes. I hope you guys were creating and playing along with something while I was doing this. I'm going to need to run because I told them they could be here anytime after 2. And I do have to clear a path so that he can at least dump his stuff over in the corner. So I will see you on Tuesday, and Tuesday will be a use day afternoon. So I will find something to use up and make crafts with. Oh, Tuesday morning, they are very well behaved. Tuesday morning, Pam and I are going to go on StreamYard. She has a crochet pattern she needed help with. So it would be 10 o'clock Central. And I believe it'll be on my channel. So 10 o'clock Tuesday morning, before I do my live, I will be working through a crochet pattern with Pam. Yep, 11 Eastern. Too early in the morning for Jan, probably, but and then I will be doing my regular stream at 12:45. I will be ignoring my poor grandsons. Okay, so I will see you guys possibly on Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of your day and a great Monday. Thanks for being. Bye. Here. Thanks for being here. There we go.